Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be about my favorite gray mixes, and I've actually had a request for this video a long time ago. I want to say like months ago, maybe even over a year ago. And the reason I haven't shown you or done this video is because I just don't use grays all that often, so I don't really have many like gray mixes and whatnot. But today I wanted to show you a few of the ones that I've been sort of like, keeping up with, I guess you could say. So don't expect too much from today, but I'll try my best to go over the ones that I like. Now, this first one is a recent favorite, and this is basically a mix of PB29, so that's ultramarine blue, and PBR24. So depending on what brand that is, it could be various different names, maybe Naples Yellow Deep. Yeah, so PBR24. Now, this is a recent favorite gray mix of mine. That said, I didn't do too well of a job mixing this on here, but hopefully you could see that it is somewhat of a gray, although it is more of a blue gray because there's more of the PB29. But hopefully you could see the various like variation of mixes here that you could get. Actually, I should do it this way. Here we go. Yeah, and I quite like this one because now both colors do granulate if you use the correct well, not correct, but like if you use a PBR24 that granulates like Roman small, then you will get like really nice granulating mixes and stuff like that. This PC1054 is a Prisma color for the one that I used to sketch this little structure out. And this whole background is basically this mixture. Yeah, I wanted you to see like the gradient effect that you could get. So super dark you could get up here, and then washed down to a very diluted mix, and it's still pretty nice. It does lean more on the blue side for this one, but I still really like it. It's pretty nice. Like I said, I don't really use grays all that much, and it's because I just prefer like more vibrant pieces, like colorful, vibrant, things like that. So I do sometimes like discover these mixes that I really like, and then I'd like, write them down. So yeah, so this is the first one. Moving on to the second one. This probably has to be my favorite gray so far. So we have a mixture of cerulean blue, PB35. You can use PB36 as well if you have that, and you don't need to use PB35 if you want to replicate this. And then I have a red earth here, although the one I used here is Da Vinci's Violet Iron Oxide PR101. You can use like a burnt sienna or, like an Indian red, although mine leans like more violet-y, like a blue-brown instead of like a red-brown. But you could easily use a red-brown with cerulean blue, and it will give you like nice grays as well. So this is the mixes that you could get. Diluted here. This one's also diluted but more red. This one's more blue. So this one does granulate as well. So yeah, and again P054 Prisma color as well. And yeah, hopefully you could see that it's a nice granulating gray that, again, it's probably not too neutralized. I think I like my grays on like the cool end, like more of a blue gray than like a yellow gray. But then again, it really depends on like, your whole piece and whatnot. But generally speaking, I do like things like Payne's gray over, let's say, like lamp black or something. So yeah, this was my second gray mix. And then here is this isn't really a gray, it's more of a black, but you can get grays, which I'll show you here once I bring it up closer. But basically this one is Phthalo Green Blue Shade, PG7, and Quinacridone Red, PR209. And the one I used to sketch here is 1051, Prisma color as well. And as you can see, you can get lovely different like black, dark blacks. This is more like a red black, this is more of a green black, and then this is more of like a middle of the road black, and then these are like watered down versions. I think this is the most gray one. So yeah, so this is actually like my go-to black mixture because both of these colors are in my signature palette. If you don't know what I mean, check this video out. That's my signature palette. So yeah, so both of these are in my signature palette, and whenever I want like a dark, intense black or gray, then I would just mix these two up, and then this is what I get. And hopefully you could see that there's no granulation in this one, and you get a really nice like flat, pretty flat color, no granulation, because both of these are transparent, non-granulating colors, so the resulting color is not going to be granulating. But yeah, you could get a really solid black here, as you can see. I did try to dilute it down here a bit so you could see that it's like, you know, super dark black, and you could get somewhat of a gray down here. Okay, and I think that's it for my mixes. Then we have some, you know, not my own mixes, but this one is actually a single pigment color. So this is Aquarius Gray, PW6:1. So it's the same pigment as Buff Titanium or Titanium Buff, except this is more of a gray, and it is like a warm gray. So if you could see, it's a gray, but it washes down to sort of like a yellow gray. Hope that makes sense. And for the Prismacolor I use is 1051. Yeah, 1051. Is that the same thing? Same, yeah. So basically I drew this and then painted the Aquarius Gray for the background, and it's just beautiful. I also like that it granulates, so it gives you a bit of texture. I do like using this Aquarius Gray for, like, you know, stormy skies, or like when it's about to rain but not yet rainy, you know what I mean. But like for this piece, I just wanted to show you itself on its own as the sky, and I think it's really beautiful, like simple and elegant in just, you know, one color. All right, and then the last gray that I like is not really a gray. Oh no, I didn't even write what it is. So it's Roman Smalls Misty Morning, and I believe it's 2 pigments or 3 pigments. I'll put it up here on screen so you could know as well. But yeah, I like it because when you first swatch it out, like in mass tone, it's a really like gray, like it's just a gray. But once it dries, then it becomes this like a blue gray, and then you get some like pink, and then also this like tealy turquoisey color that like shines through. And this is just the swatch, but you can see with this whole piece as the sky, you could get really like dark colors up here, and then some color separation down here, especially here that you could see. I'll bring this up closer for you. You could see the granulation there and color separation. So beautiful. So this would be like a convenience mix gray that I would happily buy on its own as to use as a gray, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, everyone. It's 5 grays today. So again, we have this PB29 and PBR24, my own mix. If you want to see more mixes with PBR24, I do have a comparison video and like a bit of mixing at the end. I'll leave the link down below to this video. And then this cerulean blue and violet iron oxide, basically cerulean blue and any sort of like red earth. And then this is more of a like my black gray, which is PG7 and PR209. And then just the single pigment Aquarius Gray, and then Roman Smalls Custom Gray Mix, which is Misty Morning. So I know it's been such a long time from that request, and I do apologize for that, but hopefully this video has made up for it. And yeah, I really like all these mixes. I think I'm really like getting into grays nowadays, so if I do have any more, I'll keep note of it, I'll write it down, and then we'll see in the future if I have lots more mixes to show you, then I will post another video. But for now, these are the ones that I'm really happy using. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about my mixes. I'm sure some of you also like mix the same colors for grays as well, which is like pretty cool. Like, you know, I like that we're all like all over the world and we have different colors, you know, maybe different brands or like same pigments, and then we end up liking the same mixes. Anyway, do let me know down below if any of these mixes are like new to you and you're like, oh wow, that's really like a nice gray that you'd like to use. Or maybe any of these are ones that you already use as your gray. Or if you have any gray mixes that you really like, do let me know down below so I could try them out as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to drink lots of water and stay hydrated.